Proceeding with our next topic, palliate or treat, the role of time-limited ICU trials.
What to treat, what not, you need to be affirmative. Be thoroughly informative and realistic prognosticative. Aggressive or palliative. Look at the life as qualitative and not quantitative. Give least possible comfort sedative. Patient remains at least communicative.
To learn more about the topic, I would like to call upon Dr. Jigar Mehta sir.
I request Dr. Bijal Kapadia sir to introduce the speaker.
Director at WIMS Hospital, Ahmedabad. He is also FCCS consultant and DNB teacher. His expertise is critical care medicine. I welcome Dr. Jigar Mehta sir, and over to you.
Morning, everybody. First of all, I will congratulate team ISACM and Valsad for organizing such a wonderful conference and in a wonderful venue. I think I remember that during this course of 12 years of Gujarat Criticon, I think we came here last time in 2018, and that was also is it right, Anuj? 17, yeah. So, when Anuj has discussed with me this topic, that time-limited ICU trials, I think everybody who was practicing in the ICU or medical practice, some or how other way, we are practicing this as a time trials. Because when we were studying also, કે 48 કલાક આપેલા છે કે અમને. હવે that is a unorganized way of giving a time. But this time is not the new to us. I think it is since ancient times this thing is happening. And I think this is the commonest things. मैं समय हूँ. I think the voice is not there. But the Mahabharata time, the मैं समय हूँ. Yes. So that was one of the trials which
मुझे भी उलझा लेती है.
And the Bollywood is also not behind that. The Sole has also given us some time trials, and there are multiple scenes in the Bollywood for the climax. And that climax we are daily handling in our ICUs also. So this may happen and this may happen, right? See, Amjad Khan was the one of the time trialer, and our beloved Dharmendra. In कुत्तों के सामने मत नाचना. Right? So, after going through this, what is ICU? I think we are dealing in the ICU. Many a time there are lots of uncertainty, and at the same times we need to handle the treatment of the critical ill patient also. So it's not only about the management of the patients, but it is the mindset of the relatives, the uncertainty. It is very difficult sometimes to make them understand that there are uncertainty. And there are lots of yes, maybe not, like answers we are giving to them, right? So to better understand the scenario, like real life scenario, I'm writing one of the hypothetical case where a 60-year-old female patients with immunosuppression for last 2 years due to SLE, now at domiciliary oxygen therapy. She was stable, but suddenly one day became acute breathlessness and brought to the hospital. Now, after coming to the hospitals, which was a 2 liters of oxygen at home, now suddenly that was a NRBM, then HFNC, and landing into the intubations. Now the relatives are standing in front of you. What should we do? Should we continue with the ventilator because the urine output is dropping? 2-3 consultant friends of the patients, they are also calling, क्यों लागे ये? Now, what answer which is justify the treatment? Should we tell them that we are not going to do anything? નથી કશું થાય એવું નથી. Is this the correct answer at this time? Maybe not. At the same times, આપણે કરીશું, એમને બચાઈ જ લઈશું. That is also not correct. I think everybody understand this dilemma. So, how to handle? Now, this is the dilemma or the challenge, the uncertainty. The prognosis is often unclear. maybe 48, 72 hours, or maybe, see, this may be the scenario while the patient is admitted with us while ongoing treatment, like somebody who is elderly patients who undergone spine treatment now develop pulmonary embolism and cardiac arrest. Now, should we continue with the management because though they 80 years old was done the major surgeries, but some complication has occurred. Now, or some young patients who brought to us maybe trauma or some sepsis infections and cardiac arrest. Now, we are dealing at that juncture. Should we tell them that this is the end of the life, or we will pull him off? See, no correct answer. Definitely, we cannot give. At that same moment, the quality and quantity are often unknown or confounding to us, right? So, the clinical recommendations plus family expectations. Sometimes, see, it is not the whether the patient will gain the full recovery or not. It may not be the same answer like how long you are going to treat my patients. Then sometimes if we are in between the some long management, some event has occurred, then the finance is also one of the consideration in Indian scenario. How much I need to spend and whether it is justifiable to me to spend this money. Now these are the answers we are n number of time giving to them. So I think to handle these things, the time related trials, it is more so what is time limited trials? So it's like it is a consensus or the communicative agreement between the doctors and the patients. It is a collaborative plan. Clinicians and patient discuss whether it may be depending on the etiology. Suppose if it is a post cardiac arrest, we may give the 48 to 72 hours. If it is some other etiology, we may give like traumatic brain injury, we may give 6 to 7 days. It depends on the etiology, but some defined time durations, and it may be defined there financial limitation also, right? And the purpose is to better understand the relatives that these are the uncertainty and these could be the possibilities. Or see, many a times we just give them the 48 hours જોઈએ પણ શું જોવાનું that is more important, like whether our ionotropes is improving, whether my FiO2 is improving. You can even discuss them GCS vertically, like right now there is a હાથ આવો થાય છે, there is a decerebration. જો આ હાથ ઉપર જશે તો સારું કહેવાય, right? Some objective signs, if we tell them, then our understanding can be make more reliable for them, and that will guide them that okay, there is a definite improvement and we may continue. And see, sometimes happens that your time durations like 48 hours has gone and you are standing still, right? Same છે, જ્યાંથી સ્ટરું કર્યું હતું ત્યાં ને ત્યાં જ ઊભા છો તમે. Then what? So that also we need to define. So I always give the three options. Either we get better, either we get worse, or we will be standing here and here, right? આ ત્રણ સિવાય બીજું કશું તો થવાનું જ નથી. સુધારો થવાનો છે, ખરાબ થવાનું છે, અથવા તો જ્યાં જઈએ ત્યાં ને ત્યાં જ રહેવાના છે. So define what we are going to do. If it is better, obviously we are continuing with the aggressive management. If it get worse, definitely we can decide according to your financial situations, your emotional bonding with the family, your logistic things, and we may change to the palliate or aggressive management. And જો અહીંયા ને અહીંયા જ ઊભા છે તો શું કરવું, that also needs to be discussed each and every time we during this TLT discuss with the family. So that makes understanding much better to the relatives, and the interrelations with the consultant and doctors will be there. See, when to use TLT? See, if somebody who is admitted with the pneumonia, ionotropes, and say around 40 years of age, admitted with the septic shock, on ventilator, should we go for the TLT to this patient? 40 years without comorbidity, admitted to the ICU with the high ionotropes, noradrenaline is going on, lungs, he is on ventilator, create is rising. Are we initiate TLT at that time? There is no uncertainty and there is no other option here. So TLT is not justified at that moment. See, if you tell TLT કે આપણે 48 કલાક જોઈએ તો પતી ગયું, તો એ બીજે પાસે જ જતા રહેશે, અથવા તો they will search for the other options, right? So TLT is always used when there are uncertainty about the prognosis, not when there is a certainty or there is a reversibility chances, right? So it is when there is an advanced medical illness background or limited physiological reserve, then the TLT should be initiated or discussed with the family for these things. That will help the decision making. When there are confusion, then and then we discuss with the family, right? It is usually not indicated when there is like severe polytrauma with the multiple organs involvement, maybe head injury, pelvic fracture, abdominal injuries, and a patient is on ventilator. Young patients, we are going for full throttle. There is no TLT, right? Yes, in that course of that management, maybe after 10 days or 15 days, you are seeing that the patient is not getting better. Maybe the TLT initiation may come into the picture at that moment, right? So there are phases. Consider whenever there is uncertainty, explore the patient's goals and reals, and then we talking points or communications are there. What is acceptable to them? What is a family's expectation? What is a financial constraint? Then plan whether it is a 48 hours, 72 hours, 7 days, or 10 days, depending on the situations. Then supports. Obviously, see, it's not that means that 48 hours has been given, we are going to talk on after the 48 hours. It has to be a 12 hours communication, it has to be a 24 hours communication, and with the specific things, like if patient is on ventilator, the FiO2 was 100 and PEEP was 10. Now we have come down from PEEP 10 to 10 to 8, and your FiO2 is coming down. Now we are on 80%, maintaining with this. The sedation we could switch off. We have given the spontaneous trials. So these are the better signs. I think everybody is practicing the same things, but this is just the how we should structure it. So and reassess. See, as I said, it's not always possible that you get the two answer, yes or no. It may not be like maybe, like we are stand still. Always એવું ના થાય કે ભાઈ સારું થઈ જ જવાનું છે કે ખરાબ જ થવાનું છે, either or all. Sometimes પેલો ટોસમાં થતું નથી એમ, બે જ હોય, કિંગ્સ એન્ડ ટેલ, પણ કોઈન વચ્ચે બી ઊભો રહી શકે છે, બરાબર? For us, it is the commonest thing that coin never see the clear picture of whether it is a worsening or whether it is a improving. So that also we need to discuss with them and reassess, and we can replan the TLT durations after that. So that will help us the transition to the palliation much easier. And because we have discussed these things since long, we can transit it to the palliation and improving the quality of life. If patient is improved, then it is good for everyone. But if it's not, then everyone understand that now, okay, we accept the fact like that. So this is usually, there is uncertainty, then TLT will come into the picture, then reassessment. See, this may again go back to the reassessment and TLT. And if we get the more clearer picture or the consensus between the family and doctors, then the decision will come. Right? So the 4 essential steps. First is identify the uncertainty. That is the most important things. If there is a certainty, there is no role of TLT. Then you need to define the duration. You need to define the interventions. What interventions we are doing and what will define the success criteria, what is the failure criteria, and what if it is going to be standstill. Then your these things will there. Usually clear goal post. What is a success? As we have mentioned that whether we can able to reduce the sedation, whether FiO2 has come down, whether your inotropes has come down, whether your organ improvement like renal function improve, your urine output starts, depending on the etiology. And failure to do these things or worsening of the situations, or if we are treating with the neurological situations and your other organ involvement happens, or the pneumonia we are treating, your livers are failing or the kidney is failing. So that will decide about the failure on palliative growth. So always put a column. If this will happen, we'll treat. If this will happen, we'll shut our doors. So that's what the bridging the gap between these things. Then, so, so see, it's like day one, because many a times being in a tertiary care centers, we have received the patient that પેલા એમણે તો હાથ ઊંચા કરી દીધા હતા, હવે તમે આયા ને તમે ભગવાન બની ગયા. ઘણીવાર અમને બધાને ભગવાન બનાવી દીધેલા છે, because at the lower level, the TLT has not been employed in a successful way, because they said કે આમાં કશું જ નહીં થાય. અને પછી આપણી પાસે આવે, we are not also God, but see, that has been, this TLT trial has been done in a proper way at our level. We may succeed, see, we may fail, but they not blame, because already there is a prognosis has been explained other way. So don't forget, TLT has to be applied at any level and should be applied, so that will help the transitions in a better way, right? It is a critical element, is transparent communication. Obviously, it is a shared understanding, prognostication, probability we need to discuss. Yes, it is a high probability of survival or low probability, right? The active listening, we need to listen the problems of or the concerns of the relatives. That is the more things, and documentation the things. Reassessment, obviously, it is going to become, and કાઢી નાખ્યું સારું. So summary, see, if you need એક છેલ્લી સ્લાઇડ સમરી ભાઈ લઈ આપને મને. So TLT is a vital tool managing the prognostic uncertainty. This is our day-to-day management. It is a structured and communicative agreement. It's not a documented, but yes, we need to put a somewhat documentation these things, and it is a structured way of handling the uncertainty, and it functions for the preparing the ethical bridge. This is ethical bridge between the patients and the consultant, and that will help to treat while same times addressing the palliation also. And we can continue with the aggressive management simultaneously, and it leads us to more goal-directed therapy. Thank you.